we are going to get into our Over Rams Action segment. If you guys don't know what Over Rams Action Wednesday is, it's a spinoff of the Rich Eisen Overreaction Monday. And it's basically hot takes pitched out to you guys in the chat into Payo time. And you're going to react, is this a hot take or is it a fair take? The Rams will have more interceptions than Saints touchdowns this game.
Ooh. That's a good one. Starting off strong. I'm gonna say that's not an Over Rams action. I could see this being a scenario where, like, you know, the Saints struggle to make it past, you know, midfield, and even if the Saints do make it into the red zone, the Rams defense has done really well against teams like this in the red zone. So, and the Saints have had their struggles finishing drives. So yeah, I don't think this is an Over Rams action. I could see the Rams getting like 3 interceptions.
Yeah, and it's like this is also like it's talking about like what the Rams defense could do, but also talking a little bit more about like I just don't know if I see the Saints team scoring a lot of points. It's like it's hard to imagine, but obviously any Sunday anything can happen. I still remember that 2020 Jets game. Everybody was so confident, and so like you never know what's gonna happen. But
you never know.
Had to throw this one in here. Second one, in a similar vein, Byron Young will have more sacks by the end of the year than the second place NFC West team has wins by the end of the year.
Ooh, because he's at 9 right now. That's interesting. So it'll probably be either the Seahawks or the Niners. I'm going to say that's not an Over Rams action. I think Byron Young is on pace to, like, let's assume second place is an 11 or 12 win team. Yeah, I think in the next, back half of the season, Agent Zero is going to have, a healthy number of sacks. I could see him getting to 15 plus sacks on the season.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think this is a hot take at all. That's what I'm pretty high on Byron Young with what he's doing.
Yeah,
I don't think it's crazy to say he gets another 4 sacks by the end of the year based on the pace he's on right now. So I definitely agree with that. Throw a little bit of an NFC West twist in there. Number 3, we got the Rams will score 30 plus points again this weekend, back-to-back weeks with 30 plus points.
Yeah, I don't think that's an Over Rams action, right? Like, I honestly think the only reason that won't happen is if the Rams don't execute. Like the Rams have the talent to put 30 up every week. It always comes down to execution. And I totally think if the Rams execute, especially in the first half, I could see them putting up 30.
Yeah, I agree. It'd be fun to see that back-to-back weeks too, to continue to build on it and kind of get that reputation out there again that the Rams can score that many points and that they're not a team that's only going to be scoring the low to mid 20s. So, all right, number 4, the Rams end the season with the number 1 seed. Okay, so this is a little bit more what's more likely, but we'll roll with it.
That's okay.
The Rams will end the season with the number 1 seed, or the Saints end the season with the number 1 overall pick.
Okay. Interesting. Let's talk it out. So the Rams have to. So for the number 1 seed in the NFC, you're talking about the Eagles. You're talking about the Lions. Bucks are still in that conversation, even though they're banged up. You're talking about Packers, the Seahawks, the Packers. Yeah. I think the Packers tie would maybe hurt them.
Yeah.
But with the Saints, it's coming down to probably the Saints, the Jets, the Titans.
Yeah.
And I think I read somewhere that. Wait, I gotta see the Saints schedule. 1 second. Because how many more realistic wins are on the Saints schedule? I'm gonna say, let me see. So okay, so the Saints play the Jets week 16 and the Titans week 17.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting to watch.
Oddly enough, good job, schedule makers.
Yeah. Unintentionally.
I'm gonna say it's more likely, just because it's kind of down to those three teams, and there's a lot of variables that can happen with seeding and stuff like that. I'm gonna say it's more likely the Saints end up with the number 1 overall seed.
Yeah. You're talking about number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Sheriff Joe Bags thinks both are happening. Honestly, it's possible. We'll see. I think the biggest thing that could get in the Rams' way for like getting the number 1 seed this year is it feels like the NFC is just super strong. Like this year in particular, there's a lot of strong teams, and like even right now, do the Rams set at like the 6th seed? I think it's at like the number 6 seed as it stands right now, or somewhere around there.
I think so. Yeah.
They only have 2 losses on the year to this point, so that kind of speaks to how good the NFC is this year. So last one, number 5. Trading for Roger McCreary is not the last trade the LA Rams will make in this season.
You know what? I think that's an over Rams action. I don't think we see any more trade. I don't like, unless there's some disgruntled player out there that the Rams really love. I don't see. I felt like cornerback was the only position the Rams were possibly going to trade for, and they just did that with that trade. I don't think another trade's coming. Yeah,
I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't say that it's like impossible that they're going to trade for another player. I could definitely see that happening. But kind of to your point, it's like, what position would they go out and try to upgrade at this point? And what player would fill that need that would be available? And like, I think if the Rams rolled with this roster, even if they didn't trade for McCreary, if they rolled with the roster that they had to the end of the year, I think they'd be fine. Yep. So definitely wouldn't put it past them, but I wouldn't say that I'm totally expecting it unless like something crazy happens.
Totally.
But Rams Showcase says true. We've got a roster spot open, and I think it gets filled Monday or Tuesday via the trade for someone no one sees coming.
Ooh. Okay.
That'd be entertainment at the very least. Yeah. Who knows who that could be, but like, I could see it going either way. It's just like, I'm just trying to picture who that player would be. And kind of to Joe's point here, it's like, maybe it's somebody we don't see coming. Yeah, Parkinson on the move. I could see that too.
There's been speculation about him getting traded a lot, so you never know.
Yeah. I just don't know what team would want him, to be honest.
Team that needs tight end help, I guess, right?
Yeah.